So, before you play any more Alan Wake, go on YouTube and search for Bright Falls. It's a live-action show that's a prequel to Alan Wake. It's pretty cool. And it's...
So you're saying I should do this 5 before I play the next chapter?
Yeah, and tell me what you think.
Okay.
It's 5 or 6 episodes. They're between probably 3 and 8 minutes apiece.
Uh-huh.
And I would recommend that to everyone, actually, checking that out. So,
you should embed them on the walkthrough page.
That is a good idea.
Or make another tab for them or something.
I'll do that. So, yeah, if you're interested in that, I'll have made a tab.
Is there room? You said there was like 10 tabs.
I'll make room. I had something else to say, too.
You were talking about the manuscripts and how they're... I talked about...
Oh, right. Yeah, so, in the first episode,
yeah,
you know that part where the, like, park ranger is, like, laying on the ground and he's, like, hurt? And there's a dog in the cage next to him?
Not in the first chapter.
Yeah, dude. So you go... Oh, that's the second chapter, maybe, huh?
I think so.
Alright, well, whatever. For example, you'll read... so you'll get a manuscript page, and the contents of it will be an event that hasn't happened yet.
Oh, that's coming up?
Yeah. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, shit.
Oh.
So I would... Even though you can't... You have to pause the game and listen to them.
Uh-huh.
They're, none of them are more than 1 page.
Yeah.
I would recommend doing it.
Okay.
Because it definitely adds to the story.
I'll give it a try for the second chapter. I'll stick with it for everyone that I find in the second chapter and tell you.
Yeah, I mean, the ones that are, like, blatantly obvious, I feel...
What about those stupid radio programs? Do those get any better? And like
No.
No?
And you don't have to listen to them. You just have to turn the radio on to have it count.
And same thing with the Spooky Door.
Yeah, you just have to turn the
Zone
TV
show.
on to get the achievement. You don't have to sit there and watch the whole
The
show.
first one I watched the first minute of it, maybe. Mm-hmm. It started off really cool. They were talking about, like, the philosophical burdens that great physicists and minds and mathematicians have to carry, like Carl Sagan or Sagan and Einstein and Newton and all these guys. I was like, oh, this is pretty fucking cool. And then it went to like a press conference of, I think it was the doctor who wrote the book that his wife wanted him to read. I'm not sure, but it was some doctor who was just kind of lame. Mm-hmm. I was like, frack this, I don't want to watch it.
I don't know, I watched one episode of the Spooky Door, or Night Springs.
Yeah, Night Springs, okay.
And it was about how basically at every instant in life, every possible action happens, it just splits into multiple universes. So I've died about 1 million times. But the universe that I'm in right now is the one that I lived.
I've heard that theory before.
It's pretty funny, and like the guy who like wrote the book has this gun that always goes to like the theory where he lives. So he ends up blasting himself in the head.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that was the one that I turned off. I wish I kind of stuck with it then.
Yeah, it was interesting. And you find out later that Alan Wake was a writer on that show.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So it all kind of ties together.
It seems like they did a really good job of intertwining the multiple storylines.
Absolutely, they did. They did an outstanding job of that.
Huh.
It's just
some parts seem so cliched. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the story, but so far it seems interesting.
Yeah, it's decent enough and interesting enough, I think. I'm just like, I've beat it and I really don't know what happened, so...
You don't know what happened?
I don't know what happened to your wife or whatever. Or, I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to spoil it, but...
Thank you.
Maybe it's possible to understand, but I didn't.